Alright, working on a little overhead valve again, and I'm going to continue working on the flywheel so we can get these done. I don't know if I mentioned it, but we're going to fill this groove in. And right now, I already tried sanding and grinding this one flat, and it's working pretty good. I'm going to grind them flat, all these things I milled off, and then I'll get the tiny little pencil grinder and shape the corners. Like I said, I already started this. I'm going to take it outside because whenever you grind and cast iron and stuff, it gets like a real powdery fine dust, and it gets in your pores and gets in your nose and gets in your lungs, and it's not good for you. So I'm going to put some protective equipment on, and we'll bring you outside. Alright, I'm happy the way it came out. What I did is I went and I got a smaller, I forgot what they call these, roller locks or something, I don't know, but here's the larger size and then here's the smaller size. And the smaller size worked pretty good getting those corner nubs out, so I don't think I'll have to hit this with a Dremel or anything. I'm happy the way it looks. Yeah, it ought to paint up nice. Alright, but here's all that dust I was telling you about. You see this? And you can see on my gloves here, you know, it's like a powder, almost like a lead, you know, and it's nasty stuff. So, I did have my my respirator on and everything here, look at it. All that would have been in my little pink lungs. And let me blow that out of here so nobody else gets affected by it. All right, I'm working on the little overhead valve again. I'm going to work on the flywheels because Mike almost has a crankshaft. Mike almost has a crankshaft done. Just has a little bit more to do to it, but I want these flywheels to be ready when he finishes that. Yeah, the front half of this video was filmed about a month ago, so now I got to get back on these. You know, I ground them down to where they're supposed to be. But we're going to work on this one, and this one here has this big heavy metal bulbous thing hanging out here, and I was going to cut that off. So I was going to cut it off with a cut-off wheel and grinders and stuff like that. But I was watching my buddy Sean, Mr. Fix-It Lee, and he had this, right, this is a rotary table, and this would be perfect for my little mill. I don't know if you can tell how small it is, you know, it fits in my hand. But what a beautiful piece of machinery here. I mean, I don't know, it came from India, and it came from India in 6 days. I don't even get stuff in the United States in 6 days. But anyway, I don't know if it's made in India or made in China, but I know it's made well, you know. I mean, look at that, look at the finish on that. And all this is all metal. This knurling and everything is all metal and steel, and it's got a nice wrinkle finish on it and everything. What a beautiful piece of machinery. And it was only $30. It cost $20 a ship, but it was only 30 bucks. And when he bought his, he made the guy an offer of 20, and the guy sold it to him with 20. I offered the guy 20 bucks. He told me to stick it up my you know what. So I wound up paying 30 for it, but well worth it. And I had something in mind when I seen that. I said, man, that would be perfect for this wheel. You know, mount this on that turntable there, and be able to cut that perfect. All right, let me throw you up on the tripod there and show you what my plans are here. All right. Yeah, when you buy this, it doesn't come with any kind of tie downs and everything, so or T-nuts. And my T-nuts on my machine were too fat to work. So what I did is I just got some. They're actually some square nuts, and they fit perfectly in there. There we go. So I got my tie downs. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Sean's channel, he calls himself Mr. Fix-It, and he ain't lying. You know, I seen him fix stuff that I would throw in the trash, but nothing scares him. He'll fix anything. All right, I asked Mike. I said, Mike, how am I gonna hold that down? You know, because even with them tie downs, you know, you really have no way of putting anything down. I said, how am I gonna keep that down there? And Mike says, get one of your big washers and put 3 holes in it. So I got this little washer, and try to get it out of your, stay out of your way here. I got this little washer, and I could actually use that if I wanted to. You know, that'll tie down. You know, just by holding the edges here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a bigger washer. You see that's on there? And I could use that. And you see, here's the premise here. You turn this, you have your mill over here, and your mill will stay on that same radius, and it'll cut that. So that's what we're going to do. But what I first what I have to do is center this, and the easiest way for me to center that is to make a bushing. You know, a lot of machinists, you know, they have the equipment and the indicators and everything to do that, but I don't have that. I'm not a machinist. So what I'm going to do is, this has a hole in the center here, and I got a drill to fit perfectly in there. And what I was going to do is, I was going to make a bushing for the inside of this. I think that's 11/16, and I found a piece of this stock, and it looks like Mike had already cut some of it for some other job, but it's almost fits in that hole. So I probably only have to take 1,000 or 2 off of that, and drill a hole in that, and I can stick that on there, and that'll be perfectly centered. So that's what we're going to do with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that bushing. You know what? This here actually is a screw down here that holds the bearing in and holds this top plate on. And you could actually drill that or tap that. And I think that's a metric. 5/1 metric or 6/1, I'm not sure. But anyway, you could actually thread that and use that hole. But I think I'd rather leave it the way it is. So, alright, yeah, like I say, if none of you guys, a lot of you guys, you know Sean and you've been to his channel, because I mentioned it before, because he's helped me out a lot. Yeah, if you want to go check out a good channel, go check him out. He's a good guy. He's helped me out a lot. I'll put a link in the description for him. I'm not going to put a link to this because he has it. I'll actually put the link to this video. He did a review on this, and a good review. And I'll link that for you, and then you can go to his channel and subscribe to him. You won't regret it. Alright, enough jibber jabbing. Let me, I'm going to go make that, and then this here looks like it's okay. That's a good machine surface on the bottom. This one isn't so good, but it's good enough for what I'm doing. So let me go make that bushing, and then we'll get back to you. Alright. Yeah, I made the bushing for it and put a center pin in there, and found a bigger washer for the outside here. That's the one I had originally, just holding it down, just to get an idea. And I got this clamped in there, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in the width of that nut. That's a washer nut, and it looks like that'll give me plenty of room. Yeah, hold on, let me unbolt this here. There we go. I'm going to show you my washer. Or I should say my bushing. I didn't show you my bushing. Sorry about that. Alright, here it is from the back. You see, it was worth it for me to spend 10 minutes in making that rather than spend a half hour trying to straighten that out. Because like I say, I'm not a machinist. You know, and I kept it, I even made it a little smaller just so I could put a little tape around it and put it in there so it'd be snug, it'll hold itself in. So, here we go. Alright, let me drill some holes in this thing, and we'll set it up on the machine. Alright, I'm over here at the little mill. I love this little mill. And we're all tightened down here and everything. I got my drill in there. I got it upside down just because I'm using it for indexing. And let me turn some lights on for you here. There we go. I'm going to stick in my left hand here and show you what's going on. Alright, you see that drill? That's going right down into my little bushing there. You see that? Look at that. Dead nut's on. So now what I'm going to do, I locked the, I don't know what you call that plate down there, whatever it is. Mike would know what that was called. But anyway, I got the front locked, and I'm only going to be using the side. And let's see here, wrong way. Let's go all the way out here. Oh, I don't mean to shake the camera on you there, but you know, once we get this massive body of mine wiggling and jiggling, it's tough to stop. Alright, I'm going to bring this down, let that sit there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's below the rim. Now I'll come right up to the edge. Let me lift it up a little bit. There we go. Because there is a bevel down there. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, I'll bring that right to touch it and back off a smidgen. And then we'll check the thing here. Let me lower that down a little bit. Alright. I don't know if you can see that, but okay, I got a little bit too tight. I keep going the wrong way, that's why. Alright. See what's going on there? It's going around a radius. See, now this was forged or cast or something, I don't know. So that rim there is probably not perfect, but nothing ever is. But that's where we're going with that. Alright, let me get my drill chuck out and put the mill in, and we'll see what we can do. Now, nothing's guaranteed. We don't know what this is going to do. We don't know if this little radial thing here is too small and we got too much sticking out. We don't know if we're going to get chatter. We don't know what's going to happen. So this might be a complete failure, but we're not going to know until we try it, right? Right. Okay. Yeah, the lighting over here isn't that good for you guys. I mean, it's good for me because I got a light over here, but the machine is in your way. I took a tiny little cut here to see if it would work, and I'm happy with it. I didn't go all the way back to where I want to make the final cut. I'm just right now I'm just playing. So let me see if I could lower the machine down a little bit. Let me back it off here. Here we go. We'll come down a little bit. Take another cut. I didn't see how many thousandths I came down. Let me tighten it up. Let me turn her on. Alright, am I in your way? Let's give her a whirl. Getting a little chatter, but not bad, you know, it'll do the job. Yeah, getting a little bit of wiggle and jiggle and play. Maybe I won't take such a big cut. But for what I'm doing, yeah, I'll have to take lighter cuts, that's all. For what I'm doing, it's working pretty good. I do have a big bit on there. That might have something to do with it. Now, let me touch it a little bit and go back. See, I didn't take that much this time. Alright, it's doing what I want. Like I say, it's going to be slow. Like I said, I'm going to move it in a little bit more, and then make the perfect cut, and I'll just bring it all the way down. Alright, I'll get back to you. I'll make that cut, and then I'll get back to you. Like I said, it's going to take long. That's the problem with this little machine. It does the job. It just doesn't do it very fast. You know, I probably, maybe I should be using a smaller. That's a 5/8, I think. But yeah, maybe if I use a smaller tool on there, it'd be better. I don't know. We'll keep going. Alright, yeah, I've been working this for a little bit, and I'm happy with the results. Got a perfect edge here, right? Perfect radius where it belongs. And then I got, I'll give you some light here. Sorry about that. I got this big bulb cut off. I don't have the other side, just this one half. But what's happening now is this inside is a radius. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to pull that bit out a little bit, and what I'm going to have to do is sort of step it to get most of the meat out of there. And it's funny, when Mike was here the other day, I told him, I says, I got this, this is for what do they call it, a die grinder. You know, it's got a radius to it. And I told him, so I'm going to put in a machine, and I'm going to try and cut that radius. And he looks and he starts laughing at me. He says, he goes, that's for high speed. I said, yeah, I know. He says, "Oh well, let's see what the high speed is on the machine here," and it's you turn light out. It's 2,000 RPM, and he starts laughing because these things are made to go from 20,000 RPM to 50,000. So I'm going to try it anyway. You know, like I said, I'm going to step it down so I don't damage the radius, and then I'll put this in there, and I'm going to see what it does. You know, if it don't do anything, then I'll dress it up with a die grinder, no problem. But like I said, let me step that down a little bit, and then we'll be okay. Then I'll stick the radius in there and see what that does. You know what? I think in the last clip I said this was 5/8. This is actually 3/4. So yeah. Ugh. Dust. I'm choking on cast iron here. It is a 3/4, so I was taking too much out. But with a 3/8 tool in there, you know, this thing was working beautiful. I couldn't ask for anything more. Okay. Alright, I got you guys dangling on my other hand here. I'm going to turn the machine on. We got one last pass there, and I'm liking the way it turned out. Alright, I'm going to switch hands. Hold on. See what it does. I'm going to come back here. That's out of the way. Shut it down. Alright. You know, like I said, I was going to put this in the machine, but it doesn't have the same radius unless you turn it on its side. So instead of dicking around, I think I'm just going to clean that up with a die grinder. You know, sometimes, you know, you play too much and you ruin something. Right now I got a good thing going there. So I'm going to do the rest by hand. But I still have to flip it over and do the other side, so maybe we'll see you over there. Alright. Alright, here we finished up this side here, and I'm happy with it. We'll take it out and we'll hit the die grinder and see what it did. I want to thank Sean again for turning me on to this little rotary table. You know, that's going to save me a lot of work. Alright, I brought you over here to the load center device, and you know, instead of going with this tungsten carbide burr, because this thing is really aggressive, and I'm pretty much there. If I wanted to get goofy, I could probably go down and file the rest of this, but I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to try these little round sanding or grinding stones, and I think, well, actually, to start off, sorry about that, I'm going to keep moving back on you. I think to get this top half off, I think I'll be able to get that with the right angle grinder here with some sandpaper, and then maybe we can get right in the middle here with this little stone. We'll see. So I'm going to throw you up on a tripod, and maybe you can watch a little bit of it. All right, put your earplugs in. It's tough to find a place to put you guys where you're not in the way, so this is the best we can do. Let's see what we can do here. Actually doing pretty good. It's doing real good. Yeah, you can tell when it blends, you know, that you're right there. Believe it or not, that might have done it for us. Huh. Yeah, I think I might get some sandpaper and do that. Wow, that's crazy. How's that? Yeah, that's I'm happy with that. I'm real happy with that. Alright, let me flip her over. I'll do this side. You guys know how to see it, right? You just see the other side. I don't want to make this video too long. Alright. Yeah, I just realized I can get this real nice here with a file. You knew I wasn't going to be able to do this without a file. You know it. Wow. Yeah, it came out perfect. Yeah, we're happy with that. Alright, wow. Alright, yeah. To me that's pretty much perfect. We don't want to get too goofy, right? Alright. Yeah, it came out pretty good. I'm tickled silly with that. That's not going to need any body filler or epoxy or anything. Yeah. A lot of you guys keep asking, you going to balance them? You going to balance them? Well, we just did. We just balanced them. Alright. Yeah, to finish this one here, you just got to fill these holes in here and these two holes, and this one's done. We are going to fill a groove in too, so there shouldn't be much more with these wheels. So there we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright, yeah, I don't know how long this is. This is probably pretty long, so I might cut out some of the mill work or speed it up or something, but I'm going to go in there and edit this and try and get it up for you tonight. So, you say enough of this? Alright, see you later.